with FemiDLive. Excited to even talk politics with you. That's the goal here. I keep telling you, this is one of those goals that you don't move the goalposts. Some do, but it depends on who you play. But the idea here is to get to know as much as you know and share with us what you know, as much of it. And that's the idea, so that you add more volume to the conversation. Now, let's talk. Why do Nigerians feel very invested in talking about politics? Yes, I know. They do it at every joint, every corner, anywhere available. Seriously, the idea around politics is just so intense. People are passionate. You get to hear women who sell akara, kose, whatever you call it in your language, or what language is appropriate for you. But Nigerians are super invested in politics. My presumption is there could be only 3 reasons. Yeah, I'll give you one. One, politics is now the normal life, right? I tell you, whether you're calling the inflation numbers or you're calling numbers of what has been spent, price of petrol, price of kerosene. Do people still use kerosene? I believe so. Price of charcoal, anything at all. Everything you buy or sell somehow is connected to the politics of the land. And it's easy to assume that almost nothing is connected to the politics of the land. But the truth is, everything is connected. So the social life, the social ambience and disposition that people do feel over and over again is that nothing is ever and nothing should ever be treated outside of politics. Now, who plays that role in determining the politics of the day? Think of a headline that you've run into today. Any headline. Give it a white shot. I'm listening. Just tell me your headline. And I'll tell you how it is connected right there to you. Yes, that's to tell you that even though we moved from an era of complaining about how things is not being done or what is not being done right, things have really changed, that Nigerians are now invested in politics, because politics is now the new life of every Nigerian. Yes, the new life. Everything you do, all connected to politics. Oh, yes, I owe you number 2. Second reason why Nigerians talk about politics. Well, because somebody somewhere out there is connected to somebody somewhere out there that they know, like you know. And I'm not kidding. Think about it. When you clearly think of your neighbor or somebody in your local government that you've known or you grew up with, or you know, someone's cousin, uncle, related one way or the other, is holding office in the land, either as an elected official or as an appointee. So when you do scream blessings, blessings on you, or you scream curses, well, it's going to somebody you know. So humans in Nigeria definitely occupy various political roles. So when we speak about our political leaders and what they do or do not do, can do, should do, would need to do, and maybe consider doing, one thing is certain, that the political actors are connected to you and I. Take it from me. That'll be number 2. Now, to stage the grand finale of this, number 3, is because we like to talk politics. Yes, don't worry, I wasn't aiming for something grand. I was just making the point that when there's something to talk about, we're a talking nation, when things trend, when things climax, and when things are connected to us, we just like to talk about them. I do not know of any of the tribes in Nigeria. You name them. Okay, don't try to name them. We are so many. I think right now we're about 220 million people. The figures are playful in my head, so it just depends on who you're talking to and who's talking to you too. That helps you to define what the exact number of Nigerians. But imagine having 220 million people talking about one thing at a time. Likely, maybe what the president thinks. Likely, maybe what the governor thinks. Likely, that decision that had been made in the National Assembly by a group of men and some women deciding the fate of 220 million people. And yes, these men and women are likely not shy. They're not shy about their decisions. They're not shy about their actions. So it is very important to know this in 3 ways. Nigerians are invested in politics because it affects their life. And that's my cue. Why do you talk about politics? Well, go on right now, follow the description, use the comment section, subscribe, Like, do everything you need to do. Be the master of the game. Follow us on social media. And yes, I assure you, we're looking at for your messages. I like to get into the chat section. That's where I get to see the vibe of your vibe and hear the volume in which you go on various issues. So feel free to join in and add your own volume to the conversation right there and there. And I'm sure we'll make sense of it. At least I think so. Thanks for joining in. And that's Volume with